now I think later in life, as I've, been having, some personal problems lately, I've been reading a lot. I mean, I've always read a lot about him, but now I've been reading even more. And I find the more that I read about his troubles with just addiction and stuff like that. I've never been addicted to pills or alcohol or anything like that.
No amphetamines for you?
No, definitely not. But just dealing with some personal demons and how he dealt with those things, and why he wrote the music he did, and the fact that once he wanted to overcome all of that stuff, he really did. And he had a couple little slip-ups here and there, but for the most part, he gave himself over to asking for help, wanting help, needing help, and getting the help he needed, whether it be from his wife, June Carter, or whether it be from going to church or whatever. But he took the initiative to get the help he needed. So I think, you can not like Johnny Cash, his music, or anything, but I think anybody can take away some inspiration from his story and just overcoming the things that he did. Coming from nothing as a poor kid in Arkansas in the 30s during the, just after the Depression, during World War II, and then his older brother dying when he was 12, and he was his inspiration for everything, and he had a lot of anger and doubt about that. His father was never supportive of him. He overcame all that to become a star, and he took a step back with drugs and alcohol and all of that, but eventually redeemed himself.
Yeah,
I think that's just an inspirational story overall.
So I know this is a personal question, but that's what I'm here for. Are your parents supportive of your acting? Did they support you from the beginning? Do you feel like you have a lot of friends and family that are like cheering you on?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They supported me when I wanted to play baseball, mostly because we're very into sports in my family. But as soon as
big step, sports acting.
Oh yeah, I played basketball in high school. I played baseball in high school. My dad was a coach of pretty much every sport there is.
So what drew you in this direction, and how did you find yourself moving that way?
Well, I always sang as a little kid. I guess I've always said this. I always thought when I was younger that everybody could sing. Mm-hmm. So I didn't think that it was anything special. I just thought, well, when I sing along with the radio, when my parents put on records in the living room and we listen and I sing along, everybody does that. Well, then I learned, in high school, no, not everybody does that, and no, not everybody can get up and sing in front of an audience. And so I just really started discovering that part of me. But also, my parents have always been involved in theater, not as far as on the creative side, but my parents had season tickets to Maine State Music Theater, which is where I'm from Maine. Mm-hmm. They had season tickets from like 1959 until I was well into college. Okay. So every year they would get tickets to every show. Sometimes they'd say, hey, do you want to come see the show with us? We got an extra one for you. And so, even at an early age, I saw a lot of those shows, and those are, major professional, just amazing shows that I grew up seeing as a young child, and then also kids' productions and stuff like that. So I always embraced theater, never didn't think at first that was what I wanted to do, but the more I watched, the more I saw, I just got more and more into it and realized that was kind of a good outlet for what I thought I wanted to do, and clearly I've made a good decision.